warrior. This is day 13, January 13th, 2025, day 13 of 31 days of advocacy. January is National Human Trafficking Awareness and Prevention Month. I was just thinking about this morning, one of the biggest problems we have with all of this awareness, intervention, prevention, take action is actually you, the public. Now, hear me out on this one. And I don't blame you. What we talk about on the Warriors is so dark, is so ugly, is so unbelievable. Who would want to confront it? Who would want to take action? Who would want to be a part of anything? I am here to tell you it is 2025. We must all come together, one big country as a partnership. Now, I know that sounds like a lofty idea, but I really believe if we can come together in our homes, in our communities, it will snowball from there, and we can just create change. I mean, after all, our Warriors hashtag is community creates change. Let me explain what I mean by this. There is a lot of awareness out there. There is a lot of talk. There are a lot of groups, organizations, nonprofits. It seems like every January for Prevention and Awareness Month, everybody comes forward. After all, my online platforms are just deluged with January is Human Trafficking Awareness Month, January 11th, Human Trafficking Awareness Day, postings, do you know? Okay, let's stop. We all know that human trafficking is horrific. We actually call it now slavery because human slavery is a much more descriptive way of saying it, the enslavement of people, than trafficking. We don't like the word trafficking, but that's the word everybody uses, but we're using slavery because you should know that today in the United States, we have more slavery than any other time in history. Now, when I'm saying you, the public, are the biggest detriment, it is because we throw the word awareness around a lot. Okay, let's get beyond awareness. What I want for the Warriors and all of us in 2025 is strictly education, prevention, intervention, and resources. I want us to have solutions that take actions, enough talk. We've got to get all the information that I know and others know out into your hands. Why, just today there was a story, actually it was yesterday, a story was published, and I'm just going to put it out there and you can decide what you want to decide. And again, you can always go to Lynn's Warriors on Twitter and Facebook. It's all called Lynn's Warriors, made it very simple for you. About a tunnel found, very well constructed tunnel, by the way, a tunnel found coming from Mexico for miles underground into El Paso, Texas. Now think about that. I believe it was 6 feet high, 4 feet wide, electrical, I think air conditioning. Excuse me. How long did that take to make the tunnel? Nobody knew about the tunnel or was allowed to know about it in the last several years. What the heck? How many kids came through that tunnel? And the story I found yesterday was kind of buried in the middle of a news site. These should be screaming headlines. So all of this talk is real about child predation, what's happening, the escalation of it, the normalization, the habituation. My mind keeps thinking about over 500,000 unaccompanied minors. My mind keeps thinking about cartels allowed to operate in all 50 states and target our middle and high school kids to do their crimes for them because they pay them, taking advantage of kids. My mind keeps going to all of these places. It is all the more reason you have to join us and step up. First of all, are you subscribed to the channel? Because I'm going to keep asking you every video I do. When people tell me they're unsubscribed, I don't know why that happens. I'm not doing it. You're not doing it. So please subscribe. Also, in The Warriors, we pride ourselves on facts and truths. If you're going to write something nasty to me, just don't bother. I'm not interested. You'll never get a response or a rise out of me. I know the work we do in front of the camera. I know the work we do behind the scenes nobody knows about. I am begging you, January 2025, we have a real chance now. The country is overwhelmed. There is so much going on. I remind you, as we pray and do whatever we can for our fellow Americans in California, that disasters always bring about the disruption of any trafficking, anti-trafficking work, and also create this environment for the predators, the criminals, these monsters to move in. What about the foster homes, the group homes, shelters? Remember, people generally think, and they don't, when I started this video and said, the public is my biggest hindrance, is because people think trafficking, slavery, right? I want you to get used to saying slavery with me, human slavery, not human trafficking, human slavery. They traditionally think that the people involved in it are drug addicts, are prostitutes. They really do not understand how smart these predators are and how they target vulnerable people and take advantage of them. And that most people in trafficking are forced, coerced, exploited. And that is the definition of slavery, enslavement. We need a new mindset. Your child can become involved. I don't care if you live in the biggest house in your state or you live in a one-room apartment. It is all about vulnerabilities. Nobody is exempt from any of this. It is up to each and every one of us as we start this new year to honor all of us and look out for your neighbor. Be kind to your neighbor. Keep an eye on the kids, other kids. You see something, say something. Take the appropriate steps. You won't get in trouble. 911, cybertipline.org. Do something. Don't close your eyes. Don't close the door. It is escalating, and our American society is becoming habituated. They're becoming, thinking this is normal behavior. It's not. You know it, and I know it. So let's step up. It's 2025. Let's never close our eyes. Let's help our neighbors. Let's keep an eye on the kids. And a reminder, your tip for today, put down the devices, even if it's for 15 minutes today. Turn it off. Turn your minds off. A lot of bad news out there. It's going to be there in 15 minutes. Talk to your kids. Do something with your kids. Anything. Lead by example. And join us. LynnsWarriors.org. You can always write to me, Lynn at LynnsWarriors.org, if I can help you or direct you to a resource in your area. And also, please, I just want to say I thank you. We've been growing by leaps and bounds. We want to keep growing. We want to keep getting information and resources to you. We want to protect our precious kids because, after all, for the last 4 years, we've had nobody protecting anybody. We've had a complicit administration allowing a lot of things. I'm just going to leave it at that. I can't wait to get going in this year, do work in Washington, D.C. to empower all of us. And bottom line is, protect you and your children. Please honor our hashtag Community Creates Change. Take action. Do something. Share this video. Every little bit helps. Each and every day when you wake up, go out and be a warrior.